Hello, Marie and Andrea and Alberto. I'm Chen. I sent you this video after we connected, and I feel like I know you already. Marie, I saw your videos for about 40 or 50 hours going over them, and I read your book about sales ethics, Andrea and Alberto. So I think I get a good sense about you and your philosophy, and this is the opportunity for me to bring myself in front of you. Um, First of all, I would like to really say thank you. The opportunity you presented me to share with you my project and maybe to reflect about it with you is so not obvious. It's such a generous offer, and I want to see how I can use this generosity and your experience and your wisdom to better deliver my mission. And this is what I want to show you in this short video, as short as I can possibly make it. Um, Really my mission and how your content relates to it in my perspective, and maybe start this ping pong with you so um, you can guide me maybe to a better place for me, and who knows. So a quick introduction. I'm 42. I'm here in Israel. I live in Israel. We are quarantined for 3 weeks. My lovely wife and 3 boys and my dog. Hope you all are taking care of yourself, and I find you in well. In my experience, I worked for a big bank in Israel for 7 years. I managed a small and medium business unit where we handled all the needs of a business clients, including credit and all the stuff. And then I had a few small businesses of my own, and for the last 5 years or so, I am consulting small businesses, mainly in the area of generating more revenue and more income. All along this way, I make it important for me to learn, and I had great lessons from great teachers, and this evolves. And my new project, which is called In the Zone, was born about 6 or 7 months ago, when I had the realization that differentiation has changed. It's not like it used to be in the classical way, meaning that in my experience, in my philosophy, customer experience is the differentiator factor, where because feelings wins features. And I will make it quick about it. The markets are super competitive and are super fast. And if a company has one feature that is like a competitive edge, quickly all our competitors get this, do it the same. And I'm putting aside the real innovative companies where the technology or the service is so brilliant in ways that the innovation is by far exceeding. But most markets are not in this category. And because of the fact that feature is nowadays not a differentiator factor, in my point, feelings are. The way I make a client feel about me, about my project, about my company, about my brand, this is what will make him know, understand, and feel that I am the right answer for him, that I am the right product for him, that he should buy from me. And if I do it, in a consistent manner and drip by drip and so this is where the loyalty begins to act, and the word of mouth, and this is, I think, the only main reason that the business world is left with, to make clients know why they should choose me. I can talk on and on about this philosophy, and I'm sure you can relate. Um, but this for now, okay? So companies put a lot of effort and energy in making their markets and clients feel in a particular way. This is not something new. Marketing does it, and branding is all about it, and designing is all about it. But there is this interaction between humans where research shows that it's the most impactful interaction that construct the client's perception of his experience. And not many companies teach their employees who meet the clients on how to give emphasis on feelings, on emotions, on how to make the clients feel, not only get what they want, but in a way they want it to get it. And this is a niche that I'm focused on. And I want to show you how, because when employee and client interact, they both have needs. They both have let's talk about the client. The client has needs. He has practical needs and he has emotional needs. Practical needs is like, I want to get the best value for money offer, feature wise. And but the emotional needs, it's the tension between us in this particular interaction. A sales interaction or a service interaction, they all have these features the client wants to gain, but the emotional aspect of the interaction is full of gaps. It's full of tension. Okay, you know what I get? Excuse my English, okay? I try to make my best. So I address these gaps mainly on the emotional side of them. And because of all this logic, I see the need of connection to make the connection far more authentic and solid and deep and in a win along manner. Here I relate so much to the way you guys defined customer value and seller value and the concept of well-being and well-having and reciprocity. This all goes here, and it makes a lot of sense, so I'm sure you can relate to what I'm saying. And the way I want to address the need of connection is, in my perspective, I call it matching zones. When two persons meet and they want to get a connection, they have to be on the same vibe, they have to be on the same zone, on the same energy. If a person is too fast and the other person is too slow, no connection can be between them. And this goes in every kind of interaction, not only business, also between couples and families and all around us. So for a connection to happen, the both of them have to be on the same zone, and it's a little bit more. It's a way for me to explain it in general way. I don't think people can express it in. Okay, matching zones. So this is not only in my experience when I'm talking about. Social psychology talks about it, and the NLP talks about it, and many other areas. Emotion EQ talks about it. So I'm well researched here. Okay. When I go when I want to go to organizations and offer them my trainings, I plan to give emphasis on two parts, and this is right here. It's on awareness and management. First, I want to help them build their awareness in the context in two ways: self-awareness and in the context awareness. Self-awareness is all about how an employee can find his own voice, to act upon his own voice, to be authentic in these tension interactions. Because if we want to build a connection, it has to be authentic. We have these senses of finding a fraud, even if it's not conscious, but it's there. So the ability to voice their own voice is super critical. And the context, I believe that any interaction has its own characteristics. A sales interaction is other than a service interaction. And when the same client is going to buy his sports car, he can be in an emotional zone, in a particular emotional zone. But when he has to fix his flat tire, he's probably in a different zone. So the ability to analyze the context of the interaction, also as general, but also as each client, is something that is truly possible, especially with the ability. I saw, where the employees come with the ideas, come with the conflicts, come with the prescripting. It's totally simple to do this. And the other stuff, other area is management. And when I talk about management, it's about self-management. And here the thought experiment of GVV and the new question is super smart and brilliant. Because many of us know how we want to make the client feel. We know he's anxious. We know he needs details. We know he needs the bottom line. We know he needs the reassurance. We know he needs the respect. But sometimes when he tackles us and this gap gets us in the stomach, we are not acting as we want. So this self-management is here. And organizational management is in the sense of how can I design the routines for keeping this work with emotions and emotional needs of clients happening, and how to construct a process of ongoing improvement in this area, to find more clients characteristic, more cases, more rationalizations, more everything. Okay, how to better develop the knowledge of a business unit about its clients, and how to address their emotional needs. So in the tip of the iceberg, this is my project. I have a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts, from strategic to tactical, and I think maybe from my point, maybe get your idea about what I just described to you, and from your point of view, how can are my definitions working for you, or do you think I can deal with them better? My assumptions, um, and clearly to get your generous point of view on how should I proceed from here. I would really appreciate it. It's and I want to thank you again. Never mind what the result of this approach will be. I find your I find the opportunity you give me so special, and I thank you for it. So thank you so much. Take care these crazy days, and hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.